They're the first to come with the whistle, and it blew out. I remember in the early 2000s.
It was crazy, man. We were at Mthunzi. One
day,
day, yes. One day, that was probably the first time we saw so much money we made through a gig. When a person has gone through a lot, it changes him. So he's not as soft as he was when he entered the industry. Back in the day, things were much better.
Okay.
There were not so many drinking spots.
Okay, yeah.
Around the Maloish. Yeah, lo sekulukhuni because people drink emalokishini.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go, people, I tell you now, Maswati.
Mangweni, thank you so much for coming to the bridge. Siyabonga kakhulu bamlaba njengani ba busy. So we always understand ukuthi nani siphe isikhathi, it's a privilege on our side. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi usijoyine namuhla.
A privilege ngilokuthi nje khona kusibida sesitoxoxisana.
Yes. No Mangweni, well as we were talking off air lokuthi really you guys were the face and the mastermind of the entertainment industry as a whole, beyond just music, I think. But if I remember very, very well, SWAZI Boys started as a family business, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Maybe you can just tell us a bit, how does it grow as this unknown company and then becoming what it eventually became?
Yeah, I think it's time and chance. Because before we were involved in the entertainment space with friends and stuff, called Sandla Semtsakatsi.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So Sandla Semtsakatsi na corner started because of lack of bookings, because we had Crooks and Wicked.
Okay.
Yeah, with Crooks and Wicked, they collected music, they had everything.
Okay.
So nobody was booking them.
Okay.
So even our gigs were there were not so many gigs happening around. The Why Not was going down as well. I don't know what was happening because the Why Not was the epitome of entertainment in the kingdom.
Exactly.
Also, clubs like Dust to Dawn, they're going down.
Just next to I forget, but I remember my awards at 2001 PSI. But they made there's this club they called.
Yeah. Just before La Pugna ICC corner.
Yes. Yeah, those also they eventually. I don't know even know what happened with that one.
Young In or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, all those places were literally the entertainment stable. The entertainment scene in Swaziland was really going down. And then, unfortunately, when we started putting Crooks and Wicked out there, the people bait. People were biting. It's like they were waiting for this, and then it was a boom. Like Sandla, Crooks and Wicked, we used to pack places without any international DJs. Then we had when we used to go buy vinyls, because they used to play on vinyls only. There was no CD players.
Okay.
You couldn't put DJ on tapes, so it's just vinyls.
Okay.
So and we just did that, and people bid. And then when we used to travel to South Africa now and then to buy the vinyls, and we made friendships with House Africa Records, which is owned by Vini, Da Vinci, and them. And then where there was Soul Candy, Soul Candy Records, owned by Mbuso and Harel. Before Mbuso left, we forged relationships with all the guys. Christos, of which is still a brother to us today. Vini as well. So we started all those relationships.
As Sandla Semtsakatsi then.
As Sandla. Yes, as Sandla. Because with Revolution, the twins, yes. I remember the twins, man.
They're the first to come with the whistle, and it blew out. I remember in the early 2000s.
It was crazy, man. We were at Mthunzi. One day, that was probably the first time we saw so much money we made through a gig. It was insane, in the sense that there was a traffic jam. people couldn't go to Mafuteni, people couldn't
Come this side.
come to Manzini because there's a choker blocker
Jesus
there by
Christ.
the road Lapa in Bans. Crazy. The station commander, I think if I remember, then it was
Kampala?
in
No?
Kampala, yeah.
Okay.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he came personally just to see what was going on there because people were complaining. They were
Yeah.
calling him. They're calling the station. The cops were trying to come in to try to sort the mess.
But
They
I'm
called it Amgene. You know, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy day. Hey, crazy. Yo,
But in Bangaki lapha kusenza semthakathi.
Asbaneng lapho, it was just the brothers, us, me, Crooks, and B. Pops was still in the UK then.
Okay.
Wicked, we had Steez, we had another Zwane guy, Vus, VJ.
Okay.
I'm sure you
Oh,
know
we say
VJ.
VJ, yeah, I know VJ.
VJ. And who else was there? I don't know who else was there. I'm forgetting the other.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was quite a number of guys. We used to like take out money from the pockets and we, like say, gents.
Mhlanganisi
Yeah, gig la.
But what about the venues? Were you coming to me as a venue owner and figuring into Square 70 venue and pay?
Yes.
Okay, that's how you're doing it?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. We just like we do now. That
Okay.
thing has changed.
Okay,
You still
okay.
you think this venue can work for me
Yeah.
for this kind of event. So let me approach them.
Yeah.
And then you go there, you approach them. If they agree, you agree. If the terms are favorable
Yeah,
for both
sure.
parties, then you're able to do the event there.
But how does then it morph into being SWAZI Boy? And who comes with the idea of SWAZI Boy? Because I really like the logo and the design. I think it's like it captures what a Swazi is.
My man, I can tell you now, I've never seen a better logo than that one.
I know. I'll give it to you, even if you say so yourself.
I wish somebody can come and show me that this is here's a better logo
Yeah,
than that. I've
that's
never seen a
true.
better
That's
logo
true.
than that.
That's true.
And strange enough, it was 2005-6 when I went back to my LLB. I'm with Banele Ngampalala,
Yeah,
the
Ngiyambona,
lawyer.
ngiyambona.
Not the female lawyer.
I know them. They're the main.
Yeah. Ngampalala, it's a boy. I need a logo. We've come up with the name. We're coming up with different names because like we wanted to come up with something authentic, Swazi,
Exactly.
African.
Exactly.
Because that is what we're all about. Is
Sure.
that we're deep rooted in who we are. And
Sure.
we are jealous about being Swazi.
Yeah, sure.
We are very, very, very jealous. Trust me.
Yeah.
We don't like when people go out of the country.
Yeah.
We want people to spend the money here.
Sure,
You
sure,
know.
yeah.
If I can tell you about remind me
Yeah.
to tell you how the crossover party started.
Yeah, and of course,
Yeah.
we're going there. We're
Yeah.
not going
So-
to forget that one.
So we with Banele, we were like Swazi Boy, we were like Bad Boy Entertainment, Puff
Puff
Day.
Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, we're like Bad Boy, but we can't be bad because there's already Bad Boy.
Yeah.
But why? I don't know, man. Because there was no Swazi Boy. You know, Swazi Boy. Why boy? No, because everybody, there's a boy in them. That is one. Even if
yeah.
you're a female,
Yeah.
there is that.
Yeah.
What's in chromosome?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. There's a boy in you know. But then we said Swazi Boy, and it rhymed.
Yeah.
Swazi Boy Entertainment.
Oh,
Then it rhymed. Then the part of making the logo
Yeah.
came about the design.
Who did that?
Manel and myself were in his room because I wasn't staying on campus.
Okay.
So I used to, when I come on campus, boy, still valid lapha, try to come up with a beautiful design.
Yeah.
No man, I end up as a boy, there has to be something, a heart.
Yeah.
Let's replace the A with the heart.
With the heart.
Safakale heart. No man, low I.
Yeah.
Asifake
Yeah.
le
Yes.
that's authentically Swazi. Wherever you go,
Yeah.
whenever you see that,
Sure.
yeah, it represents
Exactly.
the fight, the
And
spirit.
anyone who comes from anywhere,
In the
Abona
world.
Loga, he will know that's Swazi.
Yes, that meant just not represents Logutsing the Swat. It represents the fight. It represents the spirit
Oh, yeah.
of
Okay.
African spirit.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
And then the heart representing Gogo, which means that's home. Lidladla sikhule sonke siyade namanje lidladla kagogo. So that is where we are based, the heart and soul.
But also, maybe what I didn't know, but I'm just realizing now, Kangwane sibita ngakagogo. Basically, so Swazi also gagogo in the heart. Yeah.
It rhymes like it's. I believe in a lot of these things. It's not about how clever we are.
Yeah.
It's about the spirit that lives in us, and through the greater man, of course, God, who guides us and who gives us these ideas. It's not about how clever we are.
Yeah.
But what you need to do is that you need to know who you are.
Yeah.
Number one, that you are very African and you have to fight for your Africanism at all times.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but you said you were talking about revolution, but maybe some may not know, but probably a lot know revolution.
Yeah.
They were the hit makers of the early 2000s, I guess.
Crazy.
But surely there was not just the revolution that you were the first to bring. Who were the early guys you brought into the country that really made SWAZI Boys to be a household name?
Actually, I think we kind of owe our not just SWAZI Boys, the entertainment scene in Eswatini to DJ Christos, because he took an Oskido. They took very keen, like I think Swaziland is in their hearts.
Oh, they used to come here a lot.
And then even now when we pick up a call and call them, we talk about what needs to be done. They'll be able to answer. They'll give advice here and there. You know, we owe a lot. I think the country has to honor them at some point in time, because they really played a huge part. Didn't not only take money and leave, but they were planting back in terms of skills, knowledge, and because we used to take DJs to South Africa for the SAMC DJ workshop.
Ooh.
A lot of these guys benefited from it. We used to probably take everyone. We were like, we would open it up. It's a 2006, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 2006, 7, 8, 9. Even 10. Yeah, even 10. Up to 2010. We used to take DJs and producers to go to attend the conference.
And then they'll gain some skills and mix with other.
Getting some skills, and you can tell all those people that used to go there are very valuable. And are very valuable in our entertainment space today. But
also, the one thing that I noticed is that since the coming of SWAZI Boys and stabilizing the entertainment industry, also many other DJs beyond the weekend and the books. There were just many people who were suddenly just coming up from high school everywhere. Did you intentionally go out to cultivate other DJs in the extent, or just because in the scene people got inspired?
I think it's a combination of both. Yeah. The inspiration that Crooks and Wicked did is that I don't think anybody can surpass that. Yeah. You know, those guys were a very true inspiration to a lot of young DJs. Even to people their same age mates, they decided to know they need to pull up their socks because to match the standard that these guys were setting. You know. So, and then they inspired a lot of young guys, and we had to mentor a lot of young people. Yeah, a lot of young DJs, your Tendernesses, your Recorders, your Smishes, your Mr. Souls, you can't name them. It's a lot. Yeah. Even Lando.
Yeah, I was going to talk about many others.
The list is endless. You know, fantasy, there's a lot. There's a lot.
But also, I'm just curious, because SWAZI Boys was not just about it. It's also a company, like a proper company. Yeah. In terms of growth of the company, even departments and everything. How did it grow, or what explains its growth? As a company, never mind the industry, but as a company, you are doing a lot of passion, but now this thing is bigger than you.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it was passion. I was still at school. The other guys were working. It was a part-time thing. Yeah. But when I finished school, the only thing I did was music.
Never pursued a little bit.
And entertainment. get contacts from different companies to do their promotions, their marketing, corporates here and there, Christmas parties, road shows, launches, the works. So that's how it grew. We had an office in Mbaban.
I remember.
Yes, that office. But somehow, I regret us opening up that office.
Really? That's why I think we employed Lando, and was it Lando? Was it not Lando or somewhere? Was the first in the office and stuff?
No, it was Spare. Lando was the first artist we signed.
I remember.
The first artist we signed. We had Nondobego Sbiya and Stembiso Mthethwa. Then we had Spesihle Shongwe, who were running the office. And DJ Tempt as well.
Tempt. It's Tempt time also.
So
where's Tempt now? Because best friends and I play Tempt. He's still around? I've not seen him in a while.
United Holdings.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays here every weekend is here. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
I hope he's gonna show up even today.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know who's on the lineup today because I've disseminated all that to the boys. They must know how to run things without us being involved. Yeah.
At its peak, how many people were you employing, and also what was the annual turnover? Now say 70 million, because there was a time where you owned everything entertainment.
It was the funny part about entertainment is that and let me start first by answering the peak, because like we used to have the staff complement of 5 people.
Yeah.
And then every day then we used to have the club. The club used to have about 20-25 staff at Cafe de Flore. Then obviously when you do the events like the 24-hour party,
half of the day or two.
Then you have to hire more people. At some point in time we had about 60 or so just working, excluding security.
You?
Yeah.
Were you outsourcing at security?
Yeah, security, we're outsourcing security, the bouncers. Crazy.
Yeah. But I'm curious because we were talking earlier about trade fair. I think at some point you were meant to take him a gig, just to recount that, because many of us thought, we'll go back to that hype, the Sakula gig. But it didn't work like that.
Yeah, it didn't work out like that because we were young, and we meant to. We wanted to, when they gave us the tender, they gave us a certain amount of time to produce the money. So when we were about to, we didn't meet the deadline.
Okay.
But when we got the money, we found that they already given it to somebody else. It was a crazy that time. That tender was the craziest tender I've ever seen in my life. It was like everybody wanted that tender from the big bosses. I can't name them. The big bosses who are the captains of the industry. Yeah, they were like really running. Like I'm talking about.
But was it a serious tender in terms of financial wise? Was it?
If the way we had planned it, the proposal that we sent to them, it was going to make huge money. It was going to make huge money for everyone. Because it wasn't just the food, the entertainment side. It was also the football side.
Ooh.
So it was just going to be the whole trade fair.
Oh, so you're going to take the whole thing and run it.
Exactly.
Oh.
And it was the way we had planned it. We had planned that every game, that 2 weeks, the 10-day period.
Yeah.
People were not going to sleep. Everybody was going to go to work.
Tired,
hungover, saying that I'm not going back tomorrow.
But
when we drop, who's coming? Because what we were going to do is we were going to drop that day that Oskido's playing tonight.
Besides the 24 hours.
Yeah, but we drop and Cries coming. We're going to drop.
And you play those are big names at the time.
Huge names.
Ish. Yeah, but then what happened? Then you couldn't raise the money that you had to have.
Yeah, then it started, and then you know how it is sometimes, this tendering process.
Ish.
And being a Manzini guy sometimes is a curse, eh?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that.
I don't know.
But also maybe also because I'm just thinking, Jege, if you are in the entertainment industry, bangayicabangi as a big business for someone, but mostly it's just entertainment. And this is a real business.
Yeah, but the problem is that with the entertainment scene is that it's expensive.
Yeah.
That the costs are they're very high. So, for example, we don't get sponsors. I don't know why we don't get sponsors.
Yeah, I'm gonna remind me also to talk about that.
Yeah.
If you talk about expenses, have you had an artist where you've called someone and then you hype it and then you make a loss and you're like, oh shit?
It happens. It happens.
Good luck with
Yeah, good luck.
Full accept it.
Yeah, you can have 10 shows and make money go 2 or 3. But
how difficult or easy is it to get artists like big at their price? Now okay, let me just think back. Yeah. Do you have line for the whole year or something?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it is because we look at this guy, Maporis, like he's our boy. We know him. He was still DJ Navy under Kalawa. Used to hang out with him, Oskido. But now, when you call, sometimes you won't pick up the call. And like, you shouldn't get angry because he really, really suffered to get to where he is.
Yeah.
People forget that.
Yeah.
They would say those guys really suffered for years. But she's lapha. Oskido are there when they're just small boys down there making music for them, So when they get the opportunity, they have to grab it with both hands. Unfortunately, when a person has gone through a lot, it changes him. So he's not as soft as he was when he entered the industry. So people tend to forget that, and people think entertainers are just people that don't think, dumb cops, and they just get money for free without working hard. And it's not the case. Those people don't sleep. Can you imagine Maporisa would have a gig in Botswana? The next day he's in Zimbabwe. The following day he has to be in Swaziland. On Monday he has to fly to the UK. So it's not normal.
It's not a life.
It's not normal. Yeah. And you are in front of thousands of people.
All of them demanding the best of you.
Exactly.
They don't care what you didn't sleep.
You understand? Then you go share a shadow for them a favor.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
That's true.
So it changes people, this industry, and it's a lot. And once Brenda first once said that when the narcotics things started, she was like, it's lonely out there. Because can you imagine, Brenda used to perform of 200,000 people at FNB in my stadiums in SA. 200,000 people. Then she goes back to the hotel room, I1. Can you imagine? You're on the high.
That's why Pilar, the Swedish DJ who committed suicide, we didn't even understand. But that's exactly what you're explaining right now.
It's very difficult to get so much attention. Then you have to be normal again.
That's true. That's true.
That's
true. That's true.
People demand the best of you. Umzala, mage, what, bonge bafuna imali. Because when ukuthi le mali ikhona le mali, but it's enough for me to be able to do the next gig and be able to survive the whole year. So if you don't give them the money, it's a problem.
But there's a thing about before AKA died. His soul rest in peace. He said something about they expect A, B, and C. Like he said, or something.
Yeah.
So what are the expectations of if you're booking an artist and is coming here? What is the craziest things they expect from you?
It's crazy, man. But sometimes it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
I think they do overstep. In terms of what the demands, excuse me, Lomunyo utafuna white towels in the change room. Imagine we perform at a sun deck. That's the change room. Then we have to come here, take this room here and ask them because it's a holding room. Okay, funa sifake fan lapha, funa sifake amathawula lamhlophe, white flowers, whatever. You know, they want the most expensive alcohol, Don Julio, expensive tequila.
At whose cost?
It's my cost. You pay for the performance fee. You arrange for the transport, whether they fly or not, because some demand to fly. Can you imagine flying before Eswatini Air came? How expensive was the flight? 6K, a return flight here, 7 people. And the Jala would say, no rider by Kokago. If the contract stipulates everything, what they want. If they don't want to sleep in a 4-star hotel, they want a 5-star. So you have to go to the Hiltons and then Happy Valleys, you know, and figure out about the one food.
Did they ever demand girls?
Pardon?
Girls.
But it's easy for them now.
Oh yeah, but
it's easy for them because like they DM, the DM Instagram, and some of these girls they do throw themselves to them. So I'll tell you, we are mangala. How? Okay, nang lona sa nyonyoba. Sayangela.
But also, did they ever complain about the stage, the
sound? Yeah,
the sound.
Yeah, they
if
do.
It's not.
Up to standard, they do complain.
But does it care? So I don't care how I perform. Or now ne right you good to A, B, C, D. I've done everything, but your performance was wishy-washy, man.
Yeah.
Can you have that right, man?
You can tell them, no, now your performance was not up to standard. I'm disappointed. You can.
You can only say not with
Yeah, you can't because the unless we've got relationships like us, we've got relationships bo Christos, bo Vini, bo Oskido, we've got relationships now. Sometimes they come here without us paying them. Imali balance move.
Oh yeah. But the glamour clubs most of them they're not as big caring, you know. Benenda kanjani in terms of ukuthi nikhone kwakhala imali yenu nale artist ngoba ukhanza ukuthi lama clubs not as big noma kumbe ngimlo lo expectako ukuthi ngabe kuna too much.
Lama clubs I don't know how because the capacity to vele ayisile nkulu.
Yeah.
I like leaning back. Sorry.
Yeah, you can lean back and just move this.
Sinenginga capacity ma club and badurile labamfu.
Yeah.
Badurile labamfu. So that's the reason why I don't do piano artists because they're expensive. My pocket doesn't allow that. Doesn't give me the luxury to host a piano artist because I'm a piano artist. They're expensive.
Oh. How much? I mean, I remember if you book a AK, I heard this some time back. Some people say, you can pay 80,000, 100,000. Is it even true?
Yeah.
100 for how many hours performance?
1 hour.
Oh, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes even more, depending on the season. Because peak season is Easter's.
December.
December. Summer from September.
Yeah.
Because what is 1 September, springtime, the prices shoot up.
But are you able to recoup it from home? Do you think that we were so entertainment savvy that I know you're recoupega and also selling something?
If you're lucky, yes.
No, man.
Yeah. Hence the reason why people ask me, oh, Nina, Senawa, Nina. Senawa,
yeah, if you believe it,
it's okay what you do is that I'm no longer a target audience.
Shit.
Yeah.
So if you're the reason why I'm shocked, so don't get them all this time you had to take out so much money.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't say that weekend
yeah. I think back in the day things were much better.
Okay.
There were not so many drinking spots.
Okay, yeah.
Around the Maloish. Yalo sekulukhuni because people drink emalokishini.
Okay.
Yabona, if you go, people, I can tell you now, Maswati, they don't care about the arts, to be honest. I can tell you now, I can bring black coffee la, and then somebody throws a big party down the road with free alcohol. But
That's true. That's true.
they'll go to the out. They want to go. They'll go to where alcohol is.
But how did it affect you as an industry, Lemvoye, drink and driving? But a lot of people are also afraid of drink and driving. But there was a time when we got a little bit lax.
The biggest problem is that some people got stupid
Okay.
in terms of ukuthi sebayatendela nje ngathi leli val namthetho.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's be honest. You can't be drinking ucimbile uvete amakhothi nga2 emini.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
the accidents that happen, yabona. People yabona,
Yeah.
and I've lost people baqhamuka from bete ama gigs am labanye from ama gigs ethu or labanye ukuthi babuya bomhlambanyathi wherever yabona kwena ama accidents balimala. But it's only you don't understand whether bekungilotshwala noma bebekudzinwa.
Okay.
So but the way the D&D lapho beyisebenza lapho ibona khona ukuthi it's killing us. You can't be like sla Santec. Then so ibeka la with knowing very well what's my clients ayaphuma la. Come on.
Benikhona ngiyokhuluma nabo station commandants come on now.
But actually ukuthi umthetho.
Ish. But killing your business when you are trying to uplift lamanye maswati nanawe.
I think Lembo isala kumasipala because umasipala ngibo they are in charge of towns.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that should be working hard in making sure ukuthi things like D&D don't affect businesses, and things like D&D don't kill people.
Yeah.
Yabona ukuthi vele ngabe shokuthi uya ukhanza ukuthi ushayela ayithathwe le license. Uyabona, because we've got IDs, ama IDs ethu nje fanele ukuthi bathi mawufika ku roadblock bathi ID yakho uyifake.
Yeah.
Bafake uyabona ukuthi namacala amnguni.
Yes.
Uyabona.
That's true. That's
Yabona.
true.
So sikuthathwe le license ungathi ngoba nalaba nale D&D bambanatha la mina labo driver abashayela bakhumbi sometimes ukhanze buya babona ukuthi
Uthakiwe lo.
Uyabona.
Yeah.
Nalabo sabanye bematekisi uyabona batsakiwe la.
But quite abalatha kwanje kahle ukuthi he can get home. But so saba ukuthi hey ngalokuthi nje ngithakiwe ke ngisamgwaqweni.
Ngendaba yetshwala tricky but ilula to solve. For example, you can't say ukuthi kune bamvusa lokho ngisakhula kwana lephoyisa usafuza salation. Lephoyisa bele ubukhanza umuvana nasedolobheni ukhanze selimbambele. So selimbambela na selimyomfaka eshanji ukuthi you're drinking in public.
Yeah.
Now you find people drinking in public all over. The townships are the worst.
Eish.
You know, baze bathume bamfana nabomshana bethu ukuthi bayo
Kuvulwa nanga 2 ekseni.
Exactly. Bayongqotha lapho uyabona. So that control must be there. You know, it's a bad precedent lokuthi bamvu bahambe manathi estradini. I think if you could start, because once you start disciplining labo, the passenger, the pedestrians, you'll be able to discipline nalabo drinking and driving.
That's true. That's true.
Because the public drinking must be stopped at all costs, because it doesn't necessarily affect the businesses, but it also affects the community. In terms of raising up the child, because if mabamvana babona bamvu drinking in public, they think it's a good thing.
But you know what, talking of drinking, I know we're digressing a bit, but you know the one thing I don't like, I don't know what must show himself on. You know, I don't like people who take pictures with alcohol, making it it's a status symbol. I don't know how we can discourage ukhulu netshwala abasayibhadala ngisho advert seba advertiselwa ngithi.
I don't like taking pictures people holding alcohol.
Yeah.
I stop it. I don't. I stop it because unless it's a sponsored event, then so it's okay.
Yeah.
But in jail, I won't promote an event. People speak drinks and businesses. I won't.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're drinking from the class is because they haven't sponsored.
Yeah, true.
We can't give them free mileage.
Free mileage,
you know.
yeah. But I wanted to check something at the Shadow. One of the things I was worried about is that entertainment was centralized around Mthunzi in the main. What are the challenges of ukuthatha a big show to speak to Nhlangano, to big band and all of even to Mbabane, to be honest?
I think it's a genre of music that we've focused in. And I believe there would signal segments of the market that you can tap in and you cannot tap in.
Okay.
For example, I cannot take Christos to Pigspeak.
Okay.
Christos. But let me take Makata to Pigspeak.
Okay.
You know, it's gonna jump. Yeah, one. Let me take Maporisa to Nhlangano. You know, I can't take Vinny down there. You know,
so it depends.
It depends. I cannot take Casper to. Okay, maybe Casper, but I cannot take Nasty C to Nhlangano. Yeah, because of the dynamics.
Yeah.
You look at the background of the place, and then you can try and say, okay, this is what I can do. For example, Mbabane is predominantly hip hop, and now it's hip hop and piano. Deep house, it's not that big, but deep house here in Mthunzi, crazy. This is the home of deep house.
But I'm curious, did it affect you as a business when House on Fire eventually? They don't do many shows. Maybe they just started to focus on House on Fire, and then suddenly, with the death of House on Fire, it felt music had hit a pothole in some way.
You should understand where the level that they are at. Those guys at international level. In terms of the way the presentation, in terms of the partners that they have. The partners that they have, we wish.
You can only wish to have.
You only wish, man. Not even the partners, just one of them.
Yeah.
Just one. You know, just one of them. So that we can show the people what we can do. You know. So,
I don't know what to say.
So the level that they're at, it's the stress that comes with throwing small shows, it's not worth it for them.
Yeah.
So you know,
make one show and just set for the whole year. One, but I keep on thinking of the numbers of Bushfire. When I think of the numbers, I try to calculate how much they probably make. I'm like,
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, when we did is it the 2007 or 2008? 2007, I think. A 24-hour party is mine. We've never seen such in our lives. We've never.
You're talking about Channel O and them being a sponsor. What were they benefiting and how did the partnership even come about?
Okay, Channel O, because remember we did the first one with Christos and Wex, MTN Golf Park.
Yeah.
Then what I did, that I went and spoke to Christos, was like, bro, we can grow this.
Yeah.
And here's the idea. I have an idea. I want us to do a 24-hour party.
Okay.
So what we want to do is that, can you get DJ? Let's curate a lineup that will make sense. And we drove with the team. We went to Centurion, where we had the first meeting with him. Before he opened up Shakuma, another restaurant that he had.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a meeting with him. We presented our case and he liked it.
Like Christos?
Yeah, Christos. Fortunately for us, DJ Strategy was doing Don't Look Down Productions. They were working with Channel O.
Oh,
so
okay.
Christos spoke to Strategy. Then Strategy got us that
deal.
The Channel O deal.
Oh, okay.
And we're, I think, the first country to do, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're the first country that Channel O did a gig with.
Okay.
Outside South Africa.
Oh.
Then the others followed.
But when it comes to those gigs, how much of a logistical nightmare was it to organize 10 artists? Jesus.
It was crazy. Luckily, Christos secured most of the people from SA.
From SA.
Yes.
So Christos was in some way some kind of a partner.
We partnered with them.
Oh,
when we started the 24-hour party, we partnered with him.
Okay.
But before, when we started the first one, because the first one we said we were going to end at 6 a.m., but we ended up ending at 10.
Okay.
Yeah, MTL Golf Park.
Okay.
Mascosha. Because wavuvuka le deck there. Yavuvuka le deck. That green
thing was a mess. And Melina Futsi pay.
Yeah, it couldn't recover.
By the way, what do you make of the state of our parking lots? Parkings, I think one of the things I used to worry about was that if you are packing people, people complain about parking. Is there something we could do about venues and parking?
Parking venues and parking. The problem is that it depends where the venue is situated. And another thing, the slupago is because people want to drive their cars, no matter where not. Very more the car, but takes my name. So it would make maybe our job much easier if people just take my cabs to events and back. Because we know everybody has a reliable taxi driver.
Exactly.
Everybody, if you go to Avulato, everybody knows what's in that taxi guy work.
Exactly, yeah.
Because Labanya said, yeah. But in essence, I want to stop this myth that would say but Christos are the ones that came with all the ideas. We were the brainchilds of most of these things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And then I say we've got think tanks.
Yeah.
So when we partnered them, most of the time we would like, this is what we want to do. They used to buy in. In what we used to do,
But in a typical event, where's the money at? Is it in great collection? Is it selling alcohol? Is it the person who gives you the venue?
If you want to make proper money, you have to have all of them.
So if they give you Cafe de Flor, if they give you, for example, Spy and Lodge, everything is on you.
No beer. The alcohol side and the drinks were gugubo. So we used to take the food because the kitchen couldn't cope.
Yeah.
So we used to do the food catering. Yeah.
So everyone left happy in terms of after the success of the event. Good to it wasn't.
Asbayini left very, very happy. because we used to fill up all the rooms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it was convenient because you just, if you take a room, you don't even have where go to drive and all of that.
I think the 2008 one, there were no beds in Swaziland on New Year's Eve. People who booked Makuka, Smunye. That's where people, Babanaman's in the corridor, you couldn't find. People, they were booking all over. Suga Makuka, Mkambo, and back. Suga Smunye, Mkambo, and back.
Jeez. But you were just talking earlier about the issues about how can we ensure corporate buys into the whole thing. I mean, if you're talking about that thing, that's huge, man. You're not just talking about the event on the day. You're talking about the contribution to the economy. Because mina ngithenga umbila, mina ngithenga umbila, ngithenga kudla lapha estradini, taxi driver.
Do you know the value chain of an entertainment event? The value chain. How many people benefit from just one event, just one. When an event happens lapha emanzini club, one, when we take out the first flyer, we've got a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Who's benefiting? When we post data, who's benefiting? When we engage the local artists and DJs, who's benefiting?
When you rent sound if you don't have.
We rent sound.
And venue if you don't have.
Venue. Mangti sound. Bangak bamula baqashiwe.
Yeesh.
Destiny makaqashe bamvu bakhe bangak. Kuna
Security.
Petrol.
Yeah, but why then do you then how what explains why cooperating afford to play a role and say, I mean, I was shocked when you're telling me almost everything you've done, you haven't get the kind of sponsorship you'd have wanted.
Either way, why should I sponsor? Either way, we don't have to sponsor you. You will buy alcohol from us.
But do you think people don't understand the arts as an industry, or they don't see you as a business? Business support to grow as a business. Well, the business must grow.
The biggest problem is that even us, we take it lightly. Because if we look at the unfortunate part is that most of the people that do that in the creative space, they've got 8 to 5s and then they do this part-time. And they take it lightly. And I always cringe when I see somebody in the creative space criticizing the space that we work in. You know, we criticize how yahleka, ukuthi event it didn't go well. We in the space a comedian would say what akushaya jokes, DJs banbani uyabhetha, DJs banbani bamthathela invombi yabona, just
not realizing ukuthi laba basebenza under what conditions.
Even them, I'm talking about the artists themselves. Yeah, they're not even thinking what impact is what image is it portraying to the rest of the corporates, to the rest of the public. They'll be like, those no, by joke lab. Buga phela bathini. Yabona. You can't.
But have you guys gone to the tourism ministry, for example, to say, look, guys, look.
We have tried, brother. Kude lasingangqongqothi khona. Kude lasingangqongqothi khona. Kude.
So all of this is on your shoulders, everything.
Yeah, we try to make. Njengoba ngisho ukuthi we are very jealous of our country.
Yeah.
We are very jealous. And when we started doing the crossover parties, we were like, why are these people going to Mozambique?
Yeah. We can do it, most not.
Yeah, Mozambique. Let's put an end to this. We stopped. When we do it, people stopped going to Mozambique. People stayed in the country. They were safer here. Money was being spent in the country.
Yeah.
You know.
Because also the money in the diaspora, when they come in December and they have, they've
got a huge disposable income. Yeah. So I was saying earlier, the value chain of throwing an event. Then you have people that do labomagela bathengisako, noma ngabe kusila labomagela bathengisako, but the people that are owning stalls inside the venue, because those are the ones we interested in. Bese kuba ngaphinze the clothing shops.
Yeah, ngoba sifuna kusuka ngaphela lesiya event.
When we were still operating Cafe de Florida, there's a girl that told me that every Friday they used to be at Mr. Price to buy clothes. Every Friday. Excuse me. To buy clothes. Nyalo, there's local brands that are giving us quality clothes. Your Kuzanis, your Scone Drapes, your Cotton Sways,
your Skonya as well.
Skonya Republic, your Kakashi, proper stuff, Those people benefit. So we have to support that. Yabona. Sengilama petrol masiyale kuma events. Yethiwa dingaki imoto lethethayo, but Theophil event.
Nasiyale nasicale sibambamba ithuya la kumakhelwane nje before siyafika le.
Oh, the
Along the way.
buckle stores.
Yeah.
Yabon.
But maybe now that you say it, maybe someone listening or watching will probably now appreciate how important it is to support the art, or rather those of you who've really held it on the shoulders for so long. Because if Watino and just no matter what I've done it, I can't imagine what would happen on the art. Never mind the artist, to the art as an industry now. Never mind the artist.
Yeah.
Look at our December now.
Yeah.
It's no longer the same. Of course, you guys have kept the nang. I mean, it's not fair to say it's not but it's to say it has taken a different nang. But during the crossovers, about 24 hours, it was USA wanted to come home because wanted to experience that thing.
Yeah. Njoba ngisho ukuthi what really killed us is the cultural boycott.
Oh yeah,
that thing messed us up in such a way that it killed the industry.
Yeah.
And whoever was the brainchild of the cultural boycott, he must be happy. He must be happy because they really buried us. They really killed us.
Were you engaged with a cultural boycott for especially people who are dealing with them, to say what is the cultural boycott about and how does it ensure that it doesn't hurt you as an ordinary person?
It's I'm not a politician. I don't like politics. I've never got myself involved in politics because politics are you must be really invested in politics to understand and be able to push a narrative. And when you're pushing politics, it's either you eat or be eaten. You know, so whoever started that, they won because they said we don't care about what's happening as long as we are heard by the South African artists, of which those are the ones that we're bringing in to roll in the money. You know, and they were threatened. Some were threatened. They were scared of coming. So we had to help you guys, but we can't because we've got our kids to take care of. You know, and the unfortunate part is that because they were trying to attack the status quo, they were never affected in any way. It's the people on the ground that really suffered. That's the first depression. That's if a depression yaqala lapho to most artists in Swaziland, because if we stop doing gigs,
then na DJ lomncane lovamise kunikwa atovulela lo mkhulu so una 2000 so yakhona kubhadalela imkokwini
uyabona uyakhona kuya esikolweni uyathola timadlana lapha nalapha uyabona nalaba.
But back to the value chain you're talking about,
exactly.
There were a lot of people who were then affected.
Yes, affected a lot because that is when that's where Café de Flore started going down.
Oh yeah.
Uyabona we closed down. Bavala nalabanye bavala kwaze wavala ngisho neTinkers.
Ish, I remember.
Yeah. It really affected us in a bad way, very bad way. Danyano, we are still suffering from
the ripple effects of that.
Yeah, they are very, very, very bad. Kusuka lapho sasesibamjwa na COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yabona ukuthi sizama recover.
That's true.
Yabona ushay COVID.
Phume COVID in the uprising.
Yo.
I hope nothing happens now so that you can come back into you. But I wanted to check something about that you were talking about earlier. From there, then all of a sudden, just talking of COVID, you came with the idea of the awards. Who comes with it and why the awards? And also, again, I ask a rhetorical question. Still no sponsorship?
None. It's just people helping us. You know, my relationships. Trying to build relationships. But we've written proposals to everyone, and they're like, no, they don't respond. And the sad part about these companies is that sometimes by Setzelel. But we were, I'm a CEO in my company. But Uthatha bangikhulumise ne-junior. It's disrespect, man.
No, it is.
It's disrespect. People internship.
No, but
And
maybe...
bottom level, you know. But I'm sure whatever he or she decides is they'll just, they're not going to pass it, because the junior will understand, because they're still new, they're young, they're vibrant. They understand the concept and they love it.
But okay, well, is there a decency to say, look, we understand, but we don't have anything? Or it's just silence sometimes?
It's silence, and most of the time they don't even make counter offers.
To say, look, sit at 20,000, but 5.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the things that you can do. Because just have the decency to say, yes, we don't like it. Instead of us spending money on a billboard, let's just give it to you.
Yeah,
we know we want to meet this thing.
But artists all over the world were affected by COVID, obviously, in the industry. But I saw in South Africa, Hulmende, some political parties even supported them. Guys, zvalile, maybe that you don't get gigs now. Hulmende just to keep you alive and breathing.
We never got anything. The only money we got was 50,000 from business Eswatini. And we were engaged in the drive for the vaccination drive.
Okay.
Now we are 70s to engage the artists that we're using to promote the vaccination. Other than that, I don't remember us getting anything.
But why do you still do it then? Then why, especially the awards, this thing is big, it's pride, it's where Siswenga Kona, Siobonagala, for once feel recognized for something, no but you really don't have to be doing it.
Yeah, I don't. We don't actually.
Why do you still, what gives you the persistence, even in spite of everything?
I don't know. I don't even know why I'm still in the country.
Have you ever thought of dusting your law degree and going back?
No, I have, man. I've considered moving to SA a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'll be big now.
Yeah, really.
With the connections you have, especially.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Maybe it goes back to what you said, patriotism. You love your country.
I love it too much, man. Love it too much. And I'm jealous about it. But Nemtalinaya plays a big role in determining and dictating how to live your life, and this is the space that I want you in. I want you to help me with this, with the arts in Eswatini. So stay here, my son.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, stay here. So it's not about us.
But did it affect you, this whole thing of having Swazi Bushfire, which kind of becomes now the biggest festival in the country, such that maybe if I can just go to that festival, it's fine. Or you can still survive side by side with that festival?
Of course we can, because our target audience, I think, are very different. In the sense you would see, a bushfire is mostly, it was mostly for tourists. I think when they started, they wanted to attract a lot of tourists.
Yeah.
And it's different genres of music that they attract more. And they were specific with house music. We specify with house music, spirit of hip hop.
Okay, yeah.
Piano. They do the arts and this and that. And its existence is very good for the economy of the country. We love it, and it's put the country on the map.
Are you not part of something somehow there?
No,
not at all.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Not even the Standard Bank one?
No, we're not involved.
But wouldn't it be nicer though to get Standard Bank to say, you guys, just even if you're responsible for just 20% of what you are doing, or maybe it's an idea I can give it to them.
Bro,
I mean, because and say, look, even if I'm not giving you to run the whole thing, just run 20% or 25% of this thing.
It does matter. It's that concept because you don't want to be upsetting people with their concepts and their property. So it's okay, but they must sponsor us.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah,
just give us something, man.
Yeah,
give us something so that we can improve the arts. And I love people, and I want to say this. I really appreciate the people that appreciate what we do.
Yeah,
we really appreciate the people that come to the events and pay and support us. Some people, they don't have to share our posts on social media, but they do. They don't owe us anything, but we really appreciate them.
Actually, you are being held by the people.
Yes,
it's now a people's movement.
Yeah, no. I see you. The movement, this is what we want.
Yeah, but what's the next big thing? Especially now that you've got the awards, don't you ever wish to run Miss Swaziland, or at least the choreography part or everything, especially if you are able to run the awards so successfully?
You know, big money is needed to run Miss Swaziland, not just small money.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking anything less than 3 million to run Miss Swaziland, because you need to do it proper. You need to do it proper. It's not over a year thing. You need to create a standard. First things first, you have to gain the trust of the nation, for trust of the parents of the girls, that you're not gonna pay.
And it's not a one-day event as well.
Yeah, so it's a build-up.
Build-up, yeah.
2 years, 3 years. If you want to get proper Miss Swaziland, I believe, you need to give yourself a minimum of 24 months of scouting girls and training them, giving them the diet that's necessary, that's needed. Which to tell them, no, you're going to be Miss Swaziland. Refrain from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You make connections whilst you're still training girls. You're still making connections overseas to modeling agencies and other countries that we have relationships with. We've got relationship with the Germans, with the British, with the Iraqi. How many embassies are in Eswatini?
Yeah, true.
You can even take the girls, take them in a camp, or somebody from there, they come and train our girls to understand how the pageant works.
Yeah.
Because you can't just take people who mixa Miss Universe or Miss World.
Never been exposed,
The person this thing must be indoctrinated in the even the way they walk.
So would you, if I gave you the 3 million, would you do it and run it proper as you explain it now?
I would.
Okay.
I would. My stupid self would.
But what's the high? I mean, and I'm really provocatively asking this because I'm really concerned about Miss Swaziland, Miss Swaziland, Miss Tourism, and you see the quality is not, man. And you can see it just needs money. The heart is there.
I'm fair to everything, even the soccer.
Even the
And on soccer, I'm passionate about the Eswatini. Passionate, very, very passionate. Even the soccer,
just
every day.
Just nothing seems to be working, man.
Yeah, man. Man. Ngazuthi basloya man lakangwane man. Hayi khona man.
It seems we are locked somewhere. Something needs to be unlocked. I don't know how.
People are failing to do the right thing. The right thing. Noma buyadla. But they don't puputse kusho njalo so.
Yeah, at least.
By now we should have a decent stadium.
We should have a decent theater as well.
Yes.
A theater.
Yeah.
Because,
But we could improve a night theater club. Just a simple thing, theater club. 2 million, the thing is revamped. It's done.
And then we can go and perform there, practice there, do all sorts of things.
You know, there's land, but they can continue building other spaces.
Yeah.
You know, photography, videography, whatever.
Everything.
You know, we need a studio like Tyler Perry Studio. We've got so much boys that have got so much potential.
I look at the comedians that they do, when they're on my phones, we even say, we can even organize something where they come and
These
then
cameras
they
that they can't even afford these cameras.
exactly.
that
And they
we
could
have.
make far better production,
Of course.
But Shadow, you've been in the space for so long and you have a festival coming. Which one is it?
The House Music Fest,
You say it's going to be better than the Manang. I mean, I don't think you'll ever get.
Trust
I think
me.
that is a pinnacle. I mean, I'm happy to come to that, but I'm just maybe I was too emotionally attached to those 24 hours.
No, you have, because like it was touching the pride of being a Swazi. You understand?
Yeah.
You want to do something that you could boastful would say.
Yeah.
It's done by blacks.
Yeah.
Yabona.
And Swazis
and the
also.
people that you can meet on the streets.
Yeah.
Uyabona, machita, lodlana na uitiski, yabona. Machita that you can party with, yabona.
True.
Although I don't party much. Yabona, but the machita that you can work with, machita that's now.
Yeah.
Yabona.
To get something that big going.
Yeah, to get something moving the SADC region.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy, and we reached that level, and the government never supported us.
Eish, man. I think they are.
That's what I'm
conscious.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Politicians sometimes, but when something is fighting you.
But even during the cultural boycott, I would have imagined
The government should have come on board and said, no, speak to the SA government to say, no, these people would be safe. We'll fly them. They come perform in the country and they go back.
But never mind that. Lagini, yang siyabona usansakoni batfola ngale. Kube atotike hulumende. Oh, okay, guys, do something local. This is a chance for something local.
Yeah,
Let me give you money. Promote local.
Promote more local. Come on, you guys. Yeah, here's what you do. If you give us your calendar for the year and how to show us how many locals you will employ, how many youngsters you will promote, and how will you inspire other people.
Yeah.
And you know what the sad part is?
Yeah.
People think Loguti, from us, whether we are in the art space, that we should go and make donations for my charities and stuff.
Yeah,
what? How and where the money is coming from to do that? We need to improve our industry. If we say we're improving, let's improve DJs, improve artists, improve comedians, improve fine arts, visual arts.
Yeah.
Just like we do with the awards.
Yeah.
That is what we're doing to encourage the young men to dream and believe, to say that
I did something.
I stood on stage at some point in time and I won an award.
Okay, but fine, as can support everything. Does at least Umsagato come and say, we're going to broadcast it live? Or SWAZI TV come and say, we're going to broadcast it live? At least, again, that's all you can do. We're not going to give you money, but we're going to do that. It can't be that bad.
Okay, Msakatweni, Segnon.
Yeah.
There's a point in time we were stopped in Msakatweni. We used to have a radio show, remember?
Yes,
SWAZI Boys
yes.
House Sessions.
Yes, I remember.
Every Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Presented by Lando, Tempt, and them.
Yeah.
Crazy. Everyone on Saturday during 2 to 4, people at the car wash.
Exactly.
The Vulet Valo. SWAZI Boys House Session. Ziawa.
And then what happened?
Somebody stopped us. Msakatweni. They wanted to charge us to do that. They were charging us money.
But they're not even paying you.
Yeah.
For your time,
Yes.
for your. No, something must change, man, in our mentality as a country.
Sometimes I feel maybe the way we do things and think we're maybe step ahead of
Maybe you have
the
gone ahead
power,
of your time.
yeah, the powers that be.
But wait, do you ever monitor the budget to say, hey, have they put out something for the arts or for this ministry or something related to the arts? Because the department in the arts, the ministry department about arts and industry and all of that. even just to monitor ukuthi uhulumeni. But that's where you see what government prioritizes and what it thinks is important.
Incane le mali abayifakako lapha to the Ministry of Sports. I think it's the list. It's the one with the least budget.
Yeah.
It's the one with the least budget, if I'm not mistaken.
Where the council in the Council of Arts and Culture, it's even got less again.
Exactly. So sometimes we can blame them for not supporting, but at the same time, good le mali. Because the mali bayifaka ko lapha is catering for salaries and upkeep of the office. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So when you look at it, it's insane. And if you look at even the big corporates, that's what they're not sponsoring. The imali labayifaka ko leya CSI. Epoleni nje ukuthi balekela icala.
I mean, if you complain Ebola, how much more in the industry?
Yeah, I understand. You know, as I said, like 2009 was a really bad year when it happened. We lost a lot of money. We lost business partners. That year was just a bad year.
Yeah.
Bad,
In fact, that's
bad,
year
bad,
also a boycott as well. But from the game show.
Yeah. Big no at the game. The real cultural boycott was 2011. 2010, 11.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that point, no, that really hit us. Hey, when you put cultural boycott, it really hit us. And the thing is, like with the cultural boycott, is that the people that were really or that were being attacked were never suffered even a win.
Never suffered. Yeah.
They never lost even a year.
Yeah.
But the people on the ground, the industry suffered a lot because that is where Sashona passed on.
Yeah.
And kwavela nabo TNT.
Kwavela nabo COVID, kwavela uprising, kwavela ne-economy yasaseyicala nje kuba bad.
Yabona le industry yethu man, it's cursed man. uNkulunkulu man baba God, please man. So nje usicabangele nje kanye man. So just give us the break we need, man.
What's the main thing that's coming up in terms of SWAZI Boys? I mean, you've done the awards, you've done the 24 hours. To me, there's nothing else that's big you can ever do. So I don't know. You must have to bring peons now.
we definitely gonna do something bigger because we believe ukuthi uNkulunkulu is the one that gives us the ideas on what to do. It's not about being clever.
Yeah.
It's never about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you whether when you come the next person. It's not about him. It's about you praying, and then when you're praying, then you get the ideas to do something. Excuse me. To do something big. You know, as I said, the House Music Fest is going to be bigger than the 24-hour party, trust me.
But to just tell us more about the House Music Fest. Where is it going to be?
Yeah.
You know, what artists is it bringing, if at all?
Yeah, the House Music Fest is in Zegamanzini Club on the 30th of March and the 31st, yeah. So it's a culmination of different genres of house music.
Okay.
So we've got artists coming from the US, South Africa, Eswatini, Mozambique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so next year we want to include Botswana, Cries and Lesotho, and people from Lesotho.
Okay.
Yeah, so that because we want to grow it.
Yeah, sure.
We want the pilgrimage.
Yeah.
The house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when people talk about end of March, it's a pilgrimage. That's when we start the calendar.
Yeah.
Event of the year.
Okay.
To say now, right now, sesiyaqala ke sesiyayibusisa ngebudzala bethu ngemdali ngebudzala bakhe abusisa calendar of events in Eswatini. Because immediately after it kuthi abomakoti kuthi bushfire.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot.
But also, man, you guys have kept the genre house music even when it was fighting against house music. It was hip hop, mapiano. You kept even kwaito.
Yeah.
You didn't want to move a bit with the times. Why did you stay with the house? Because you were really associated with the house, and it has become your identity, and you've kept it afloat.
House is for real people. We do events for real people. We are for genuine people. We don't do fake. We for genuine people. People that live on a daily going. They go and buy bread, a stall, or buy mix abamvana esikolweni, ba wash it moto, sebende botela kuphi bo matil bo manager kuphi. Those are real people.
Yeah.
Those are our target audience. You know, we don't do this thing of people because there's a problem in Swaziland, if I may put it out there, that I see, and I've got a big problem with it, is that kunale ma classes labamvu labatibeka wona. You understand? La ma classes ukuthi there's the royalty. You know, those are the first citizens of the country, obviously, by their birthright and yeah. Basically, that filter down. Then there's the business people. Basically, when alabamvu ke labatifaka bona, batifaka nje bathini sinqono thine. Uyabona? It's the middle class people, but batibona batibuka ukuthi we can't come to Sandek. We can't go to, you know, I can't go to these other places as Eswatini. So no, Swaziland is not up to standard. You know, so those are the people that I don't like.
I agree with you. Those who think they are more South African and foreign.
Yeah, and foreign.
They shop in South Africa even. They don't even shop. They buy cables na corner and Jenna, and then they go outside the country.
I went to Spring Fiesta last year, and I was sitting there, like people that you've never seen in the clubs in Eswatini. Baile. Rocking. It's It's the problem. Is it slavery or what's it called, man? Because like you should really appreciate where you come from.
Now there's something you said I think it's powerful. It's also giving me hope that whatever challenges are facing, the 2000 are gonna change. They will change everything.
They will sort it out.
Yeah.
You may not want to sponsor us now, but we'll be sitting at home. Yeah. And the 2000s will sort you out.
Yeah. No, thanks so much, Manqoba. And I think it's been a very new, illuminating conversation. And I'm hoping, Weguti, the arts industry has you guys as the spokespersons, as the torchbearer, and also as defenders. There's no one else who's doing it. And if you're not doing it, anything in the arts, I think of you. I think we try everything. You try the marketing on the other side, the management and everything. I can't imagine if you were to ever get sick and suddenly no energy. What will happen to the arts? What will happen to the identity of us as Swazis and that Swazi boy, that heritage? Because it become heritage. Yeah. You know, I spent some 7 years in Europe. I had my Swazi boy T-shirt. And I used to, you know, each time I go, hey, you're from Swaziland. Someone from Ghana, Namibia, everywhere would say, hey, you know, they ask about the king in Swaziland. That's all they know. But I'm saying, that's the pride you gave us. And you are never going to get the award. You're organizing it. But I think you really deserve the support and the recognition for what you've done for the industry as a whole. In the breach, we think in our small way, let's only give you the voice. Just to say to someone who's just graduated the university or who graduated the university, first year, he used to club with you, and that person is today a manager. And we're asking him to bring and show the 2000s, the fun we had because of those crossovers, because of those Cafe de Fore things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just hope and we wish imithandazo yethu ifike lemahhovisini lamakhulu.
Yeah.
And for them to be touched, lokuthi they need to sponsor the arts. Even if they don't sponsor Swazi Boy, but sponsor the arts. You know, because maybe the problem is Swazi Boy, but at least sponsor the other boys. None of the girls, all of them, they speak one voice. We are not supported, and it's been over 20 years.
And not just the business, also Nahulmende. I mean, we've got a new government now. I'm hoping Prime Minister can watch this and say something cook somewhere somehow. They can. Even if it's not coming from the government coffers, they go outside, they can get some people who can come and support.
Yeah, they can, man. And shout out to the German embassy that took us to Germany last year.
Okay.
So that we can go and see. You know, I'll be surprised what we saw there. Lapa information, we are negated. They want you to know about their country. Tsine lakithi, we say gold information. We don't put it out there.
Yeah.
You know, the Germans will tell you, no, there's sponsorship here and there.
Yeah.
The government has got so much money. Hey, so and so come and apply. They call.
Yo.
But hey, SWAZI boy, we have a budget of so much. Put up a proposal and convince us that you're going, that you can do ABCD.
No, thank you so much, man, Mangweni. We really appreciate your time and everything. It's very insightful conversations.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll attend the next award ceremony.